Good evening, dear students. Welcome back to English class. In the last 3 classes, we discussed WH question formation. So today we are going to discuss yes or no question formation. And before that, this is the time to discuss or to know the meaning of the word that I gave you in the previous class, and that was audacious. So I hope you found the meaning of audacious. So what do you mean by audacious? Audacious is very brave, courageous or fearless, or the one who is ready to take any risk, or very bold. So how can we use that in a sentence? We can say that what an audacious plan, an audacious man. Audacious thieves stole her car. So in this way we can use the word audacious. So now let's begin our today's discussion. The discussion of yes or no question formation. So now what do you mean by yes or no question? Yes or no question that always begins with a helping verb. So we frame the yes or no question with the help of helping verbs. So we put helping verb in the beginning, and through that we frame yes or no question. So now these questions always require short answers. Yes or no. Okay. For example, is she fine? Yes. So in that way we frame this kind of question. So I have written a few sentences on the board. Look at that. She is from India. They are visiting Paris. He has done the work. I have seen her. I have told him. So look at all these questions. These are statements, right? And the structure of a statement is subject, verb and then object. So this is very simple to change these sentences into yes or no question. So how can we use that? See, there is a helping verb. So while framing or while changing these sentences into question, what happens? The subject and the verb that change their position. Look at it. Subject plus verb. That is statement. To make it a question, then it becomes verb plus subject, and then there will be main verb and then object. The rest of the sentence. So this is very simple. So this is the statement. This is the question form. As I said, here you need to remember all the helping verbs. So what are those primary helping verbs? Do you remember them? Be form, and then have form, and then do form. So as I said, these helping verbs are important for everything. Am, was, are, were and is. And then has, had, does and did. And there are also modal verb. What are they? Will, and then would, can, could, shall, should. These are all modal verbs. So totally these are all helping verbs, and when we frame question using these helping verbs, then it becomes yes or no question. As I said, what happens here when we change the statement into question form, then what we need to do? We have to change the position of subject and verb. So now it is subject and verb. So now I want to make it a question. How do I do that? I just take this is and I put that is in the position of the subject. And then I take this subject and I put that subject in the position of verb. So now it has become question. So this is very simple. She is from India. Now, is she from India? There should be question mark. Is she from India? So this is the question. I hope you understood this. What do you need to do? This is very simple. Just invert the position of subject and verb while framing question. Okay, now look at the second one. Look at the second one here. They are visiting Paris. You need not add anything here. Just change the position of subject and verb, and that becomes the question. Okay. Is she from India? Now, look at the next question. They are visiting Paris. Invert, they are, it becomes are they. So now, are they visiting Paris? Question mark. Are they visiting Paris? Question mark. Simple. Now, here, these are and is comes under be form. Right, now has comes under have form. He has done the work. Now, has he changed subject and verb? The position of subject and verb changes. So, has becomes, has will be in the position of subject and he will be in the position of verb. So, it becomes, has he done the work? Has he done the work? So, you have to change only this part, subject and verb, and other words will remain the same. Okay. So, has he done the work? Question mark. Yes or no. Now, I have seen her. And one more thing, remember, in the examination, you're not supposed to change the pronoun. If there is I, you should not make it you. It has to be written as it is given in the question paper. Okay, do not change the pronoun. Now, I have seen her. So, the question would be, have I seen her? Don't make it have you. That is wrong. So, you do not have the right to change the pronoun in any of the question forms. Okay, in the examination, keep that in mind. So, I have seen her. Have I seen her? Question mark. Now, look at the last sentence. I have told him. Now, have I told him? Have I told him? Question mark. So, this is a way to form yes or no question. This is very simple. Now, let's look at some more examples. As I told you in the very beginning class while discussing WH question form, that do form also comes under yes or no question formation, but I'll discuss that later and separately. Okay, and these questions, the question word that begins with, the helping verbs, the question that begins with helping verb or be form or have form, that will not be asked for question formation. That may be asked for error identification, but for question formation you will get from WH question formation and do form question. So, I will discuss that later separately. Okay. Now, she is, okay, let me discuss this one. She is working in a company. So, now frame a question. Simple. Change the position of subject and verb. This becomes is she working in a company? Is she working in a company? Question mark. One more. Sorry, I have written the question itself. He will come today. So, the question would be, will he come today? Simple, right? Will he come today? Look at this. He can dance. So now, the verb can, and then he. Can he dance? So this is how we frame yes or no question. Remember, we frame yes or no question with the help of helping verbs, or in other words, yes or no question begins with the helping verbs. So if you put verb in the beginning or in the position of subject, then it turns as a question. So this is all about yes or no question. So now let's look at do form questions. Okay, that is important for your examination. The structure would be the same because do form also a helping verb. And remember, here neither the subject nor the object gets underlined. That is only for WH question. Here no words will be underlined. Okay, for example, look at this sentence here. So now there is no helping verb. So this is how you will get in the exam. This is how you will get the sentences in the exam. For 1 mark, now you have to frame do form question for this kind of sentence. Okay, as I said, there is no helping verb and there will not be any helping verb. So you know what you have to do when there is no helping verb in a sentence. So you have to write the right form of do. So when we add right form of the do, what we have to do, you always find out the verb, the main verb there. So now look at this sentence and analyze it. An elephant made friendship with a man. So now which is the verb here? An elephant is obviously the subject. So here friendship is not a verb. This is a noun, and with you again, with a man, again that is not a verb. So which is the verb here? Obviously made, right? And remember, whether the made is past tense, past form of the verb, or present. So now you have to think the V1 and V2 of made. So V1 of made, that means the present form. V1 is present form of made. Present form of made is make. Right. So that means this sentence is in the past tense. So made is the past form of the verb. So when the verb is in the past, or when the sentence is in the past, then which is the right or appropriate do form? Now remember the do forms: do, does and did. I told you this while discussing WH question word. So when the verb is made, then it takes did because made is past tense. When the verb is makes, then it takes does. Do you remember? So when we add yes to the verb, then it takes does. Remember? And now if it is only make, then it takes do. So you have to remember this. Then it becomes very easy for you to frame do form question. So now, shall we start to frame question? Now you have already learnt that made is in the past tense, and that is why we must write did. So now, helping verb, which is that did. Did. Then write the same sentence. That's it. Very simple. Did an elephant, did an elephant. Now, so what you have to do? Remember, so once you write did, again you should not write the past form of the verb. So now you cannot write made, but you have to write the present form of made, that is make. Why we have to write make here? Because we have already written did here, which suggests that this is past tense. So did an elephant make friendship with a man. Got it? So I hope you are able to get what I am saying. So did an elephant make friendship with the man? Isn't it easy? Yes. We'll look at another example. Look at this. Milk becomes hard. So now, identify the verb here. Which is the verb here? Milk is not verb. Hard is not verb. So, becomes is a verb. So now, do form. Which one would be the right do form here? Which one? Do? No. If it is become, then I can write do. If it is became, which is the past tense of become, then I can write did. But here becomes, which has a yes here, and that is why it must take does. Got it? So now does and then subject. Same, helping verb and then subject. Does milk. Now you cannot write becomes. Why? You have already written does here. So it becomes, does milk become? Remove S here. Okay. Does milk become hard? Question mark is important. Okay. Does milk become hard? So now, let me give you another example. I'll take the same example that I gave you while discussing WH question. Okay. Mara caught a rabbit. So now, look at the verb here. Which is the verb? Caught. Right. Caught is the past tense of catch. Remember that? So when it is caught, obviously, it takes did. Right. So now, did Mara. Now again you cannot write caught. Why? Because you have already written did. So it becomes Mara, which is the V1 or present form of caught, that is catch. So it becomes did Mara catch a rabbit? Did Mara catch a rabbit? Question mark. Now look at this sentence. I wrote a letter. As I said, you do not have any right to change the pronoun here. If it is I in the question, then again you have to write I. You cannot make it you. So now, wrote. Wrote is the verb here and that is in the past tense. So which one would be the right do form here? That is did. Wrote is the past tense of write. So it becomes did I, you cannot write wrote, but you have to write write. Did I write a letter? Did I write a letter? So this is how we frame do form questions. She loves her parents. He loved his parents. Look at these three sentences, and in all the three sentences we have one verb which is same verb, that is love, right? But the tense is different. Look at the first sentence here. Children love their parents. Why didn't we write loves here? Because children, plural, right? Plural subject will always be followed by plural form of the verb. So children is plural. Don't write children's. Okay, child is singular, children plural. There is no usage like children's. Okay, children, just like man and men. Okay, woman and women in the same way. Child and children. Children love their parents. So in this sentence, which is the main verb here? Love. As I said, this is in the present tense. So when the verb or the sentence is in the present tense, then it takes do form. Right. So now do children. Do children love. Just add do and then write as it is. Do children love their parents? Do children love their parents? Look at the next sentence here. She loves her parents. Now I have written loves. Why? She, third person. So whenever we talk about third person or singular subject, then verb takes yes form, right? Main verb takes or action verb takes yes form. So that is why it has become loves here. So now, whenever there is yes added to the verb, then it takes does. So it becomes does she, not loves but love. Does she love her parents? Does she love her parents? Look at the last sentence here. He loved his parents. Loved, ed, that is past tense, right? So now it becomes did. Okay. Did he love? Already we have written did here. Again you should not write loved, love. Did he love his parents? So this is how we frame do form questions. So I hope you understood this and will learn some more examples in the next class, and this is enough for today's class. So we'll continue in the next class. It's the time to give you a new word. So word of the day, that is forte. So find or get the meaning of the word forte. So I'll see you in the next class. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.